I'm going to introduce a new type of loop to you here. It's called a while loop. And a while loop is effective when you don't know how many times you need to run through a loop. So if you remember with the for loops, we always knew exactly how many times we're going to run through the loop. Whether it was going through every item in an array or a dictionary or just going through a range, we knew how many times that loop was going to be called and that code was going to be executed. And with a while loop, we don't know going into it how many times we're going to run through. The way that the while loop knows to quit looping is by a conditional about whether it's true or false. So let's jump into the example I think it will help here. Let's say we have a variable dog age and that's equal to 8. So we have this while loop where we say while dog age is less than 15, perform the code that's contained inside these curly braces. So we could do something like print line, my dog is dog age years old. So as it currently stands, this is what will happen. We're going to come to this loop and it's going to say, okay, is dog age less than 15? Well, dog age is equal to 8. So yes, it is. That's true. So go ahead and run the code in the curly brackets. So we'll print out my dog is 8 years old. It will come back here and ask again, is dog age still less than 15? Yes, it is. So we'll come and run this code again. And then it will come back to the conditional. Is dog age less than 15? Yes. And so it just keeps running and running. And this is what we call an infinite loop. And this is going to crash whatever program it is that you've made or are running, just because, I mean, the computer's going to get stuck here. It just keeps executing this code over and over again. And because we're not changing dog age anywhere inside of these curly braces, there's no way that it's ever going to be more or equal to 15, right? It's always going to be less than 15 because it's always going to be 8. So if we did something here where we said dog age plus plus, this now increments dog age by 1, and so you can see if we came through the first time and dog age is equal to 8, saying okay, dog age, 8 is less than 15, so perform this, but at the end we're saying add 1 to dog age, so now dog age is 9. And now 9 is still less than 15, but then the next time it runs, dog age will equal 10, then 11, 12, 13, 14, until it's 15. And 15 is not less than 15, it's equal to 15. So the second that this statement right here in the while loop is false, it busts out of this loop and continues the code below. So the second that this is false, it won't go through this little code block again. It will instantly kick out of it. So that's what a while loop is. The other while loop is a do while, and it's essentially the same. The only difference being in the do while loop, let's steal some code here from our friend upstairs. What happens here is first we say, okay, do the following, and then check if this condition is true or false. So if you can kind of see the difference, at the one above, I'll put the code here as well so you can kind of see. The one above it's saying, is this true? And if it is true, run this code and come back and check. Whereas this one says, first run the code and then check if it's true or false. So here, if this ever is true, we run back through this code again. Come here, is it true? Okay, run back through the code. But this is ever false, then it simply keeps running the code below. So just remember, a do while executes the code first, then checks the conditional, where a regular while loop first checks the conditional and then executes the block of code.